Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to The Evil Within 2, and I think I hate to get to this moment, but I think this is it. I think this is gonna be the last episode. It's feeling like the end. I don't know how long this episode could be. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 30, it could be an hour. I don't know, but we are finishing this game in this episode. Like, I just legit don't know how much of this game is left. But it feels like not much. You know, we beat Myra. We just have to go and get Lily. And then get out of STEM. Like, the only thing we know is that the original plan was that Myra would become the core. So I suspect she's not coming with us. I don't know what that would really do. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't remember if we've been told that, but we know that that was the original plan before all this happened.
Lily's in the house.
Thank you, Sebastian, I know. Yeah, before all this happened, before Father Theodore betrayed everyone, we know that Myra was going to become the core to get rid of Mobius for good. I don't know, something like that. I just don't remember. But here we go. We're finally going to get our hands on Lily after all this time, but apparently here we are at Kidman. Do we get to play as Kidman for a little bit? Maybe?
We've re-established contact, sir.
Where is he?
We can't get an exact location.
It's a weird place. Don't even worry about it.
Wait. The core's been located. The marker is approaching her.
Excellent. Instruct the marker on how to re-establish the core.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
But it's too late for that.
Also, yeah, the place is absolutely fucked.
Back in place. Total collapse of Union is imminent.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up in there.
We still have STEM. We can start again. But we need the core. She's too valuable to...
This guy was kind of in the last game, right?
For core extraction. How much time?
In Kidman's
Depends
thing.
on how fast he can get her to the extraction point.
In Kidman's game, kind of.
Med team in place and standing by.
What's going on here, guys?
Have the med team terminate the marker. He served his purpose.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that was always gonna happen.
Kid, call your man and give him instructions.
Like, what, you're gonna go twice? You're not gonna let him go twice.
Kid.
She's got purple eyes. That's pretty cool.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Bang.
Is that insubordination I'm sensing?
You can't kill him.
Yes, we can, and we will. Once he's back in the real world, he'll become a liability.
It is true.
Now,
Like, he
call
will.
him and tell him where the extraction point is.
Nice.
Come now, kid. He signed his death sentence the moment he entered STEM.
Yeah, but to be fair, you didn't tell him that. He would do it anyway because it was his daughter, but...
No.
A shame that you'd attempt to betray us. I had such hope for you.
Get him, kid. Ba-bam! Nice. Wow, there's a bunch of them, though. Holy shit. You probably could have, you know, played along a little bit longer. Oh, okay, yep, we are playing. Fair enough.
Not happening.
Wow, that was a warning shot. Oh my god, okay. That one was also a warning shot. That one was not, but it hit him.
Damn it.
Okay, so I have to be... Am I... Like, what is going on here? Those were spot on. Yeah, see, like, that's... Okay, if I aim straight at him... Ready? Oh, okay. Never mind, I'm just bad.
All security personnel report
to the control room. All security personnel.
Need to hurry before more show up.
This is definitely the end, though, because this is just kicking off. Why is Kidman so good, though? That's what I'm a bit concerned, like, worried about. Surely Mobius would hire, like, ex-special forces or something. And who's Kidman? Just like a abandoned kid or whatever the hell her backstory is. Isn't it she had, like, a bad relationship with her parents or something? Why is she able to just wipe out these Mobius operatives? There's so many questions. I don't mind it, it's just game logic. But yeah, it's just fun, I guess, being able to just finally give it back to Mobius and just wow, Sebastian probably should have like jumped into the old imaginary shower in there and, you know, had a bit of a soak first, because my god, you look like death. Oh, look how happy he is though. It's actually sad how happy he is. Like, that's all he's wanted this whole time.
I'm here.
Is it really you?
Shh, it's really me. I'm here to take.
It's actually a really well designed face, like you can see it in the creases and everything around his eyes. How happy he is. Like, it's actually an impressively designed face.
When you wake up, we'll be safe again.
That's actually fantastic. I love this. I love that this whole game is built up to this. Myra? You are not dead. I was gonna say are alive, but that remains to be seen.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm sorry, Sebastian. I can't.
Yes, you can. I'll carry both of you if I have to. But I'm not.
Mobius has to be stopped.
Again, like, there's that determination. That's Sebastian just like, no, this is happening.
We've lost too much time to them already. We can get away, just the three of us. We'll go someplace where they'll never find us.
There's nowhere to hide. They're everywhere. Lily will always be in danger, unless I destroy them.
Okay, fine, I'll wait. Once Mobius is gone,
It doesn't work that way, Sebastian. It can only be done from inside.
Inside STEM?
STEM is more than just this place. All of Mobius are connected to it via the chips in their heads.
Sure.
Once I assume the power of the core, I can transmit a signal just as Union collapses. A signal that can take Mobius down once and for all.
But we're finally together again.
There's no other choice. This is part of the plan. It always has been. I'm sorry.
Myra.
Shh. Just promise to take care of the little one. Never let her forget how much her mother loved her.
This is actually almost making me tear up. This is heavy, man. It's a bit of an uncanny valley kiss, though. That's the only thing that ruined this scene, but
Say anything. I've been watching you all this time. I know how you've suffered, what they did to you, what I did to you. You didn't ask for any of this. You've been into hell twice for it. It's time for you to leave now. To live the life that was taken from you.
sorry, I'm probably not going to talk much in this ending.
I love you, Myra.
Like, this is heavy, man.
You too. Both of you. That's why I'm doing this.
It's really good, like really good. This is
You have to go.
the
now.
ending that it sort of had to be. But It's still heavy. You know, this is sort of one of those games, one of those stories where you don't picture it ending happy.
Come get me, assholes.
Oh, okay. And we're back to Kidman.
Warning, warning, Alpha 1, emergency. Warning, Alpha 1, emergency.
Shit.
Shoot to kill!
We're not making this easy.
Oh my god. Again, and this is like Mobius security, so how useless are they? Ow, he drilled me directly. Yeah, look how much swing her gun has.
Just need to make it downstairs.
All security personnel report to the STEM room.
Okay. Right it is. I don't know if I don't know if I'm a big fan of Kidman being such a big thing in this one, though. She really wasn't that much of a big thing in the first one, and her motivation is really, like, grey and cloudy. Wow! Oh, cold. Yeah, like, why does she care so much? I get she sort of has a relationship with Myra, but what does that mean, really? Why is that glass not closed up like the rest of it?
What are you doing, kid? Your actions will only result in your death. You must know this. You had such potential. You could have amassed such power. And now you choose to throw it all away. Why? After all you've seen, all you've done, why the crisis of conscience?
I'm on
now?
his side, to be honest. Like,
Is
why?
it for the detective? For the child?
Yeah, why? I hope we find out some of her motivation.
It's for me.
Okay.
Think about what you're doing, kid. STEM is needed. Imagine it.
Is it, though? I'm sure you think it is.
For all mankind.
That doesn't sound good. It hasn't worked twice.
No more disparity. No more pain.
According to who, though? Like, how do you think STEM is going to stop wars and pain and disparity? I get disparity, maybe.
No going back.
But, like,
now.
wars...
I hope you were right, Myra.
Like, I think wars, and I guess disparity, is like the human condition. You know, people always want to be better than someone else, and that's just basically disparity right there.
Got her.
That's how that's made.
Get to your room.
All right. But Myra's staying behind.
This is why things like just straight up communism have failed in the past, because there is always someone that wants to be more equal than others.
Counting on you, Kidman.
And what is there to strive for if everybody's equal? If everyone's perfectly equal regardless of what they do, you know, what's left to strive for before you die?
Don't worry, Lily. We're almost there.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to get political on this, but it's just, yeah. I think that's a very
God.
limited view of the world, that you think something like STEM, where even if you can control every facet of the world, there is still going to be disparity. There's potentially still going to be wars and pain. You know, that's just what happens. That's called being a human. Oh, that's bad. I'm going to look up who the voice actor is for this afterwards, actually. He is phenomenal. He's done an amazing job on Sebastian. Especially any of these times where Sebastian
Just gotta hang on.
is just really, like, really invested in whatever's happening.
It's not too late to stop this.
Actually, I'm going to look it up right now.
If you do, I promise to kill you quickly.
Hold up.
Otherwise, the punishment for your betrayal will be legendary.
It is.
I'm going to be legendary, all right. legendary for taking you down.
In The Evil Within
A world
2,
without
it
choices
was...
is a utopia. A hive mind only works with a queen that controls it.
It's true.
Join us or die? Well, guess what?
Marcus
There's a third
Bobish.
choice. And that's fuck you.
You're
Bobasish? Bobasic? I don't know how to say it. But did he do it in the first one as well?
to have to lose you like this, kid.
I mean, I assume she doesn't have a chip. Assume she took that out
What?
ages ago.
You thought that I was just flying by the seat of my pants here? I took my chip out 3 days ago.
No
But
matter
how would they not know
who
that,
died today,
though?
one way or another.
I mean, it's a good plan. Obviously, it was required. Otherwise... Like, otherwise she'd also die when Myra kills everyone. But,
Come on, Sebastian. We're almost out of time.
like, how would they not notice? Do they not monitor these at all? That's not it. There it is. Ah, no, so in the first game it was Anson Mount. So no, Marcus Bobasish is a phenomenal voice actor. I actually now want to look up other things he's been in. Color me very impressed. Can I also say that, like, at this point in the game, nothing that Sebastian's really done here, like, none of his actions, none of what he said, anything has really surprised me.
Lily. Sebastian.
They've done such a phenomenal job of just fleshing out his character. You can say it's one-dimensional, right? Like, all he wants is to get his daughter back, and that motivates him for everything, but there is, like, no... You know, nothing about what he does strays from that. He doesn't do anything that isn't to get his daughter back. And even things like that, where the ground fell, and the first thing he did was put his daughter out, and then he went for the edge.
I knew you would.
And the first thing he does is go straight back and hug her. He doesn't just pick her up. It's a hug first, then he picks her up. It's just... Yeah, no, like... I've complained about the writing in this before, but only because it can at times be a little bit goofy. But in terms of, like, the main character of Sebastian, they have written him amazingly. In my opinion. Okay, but where are the people? Okay, they're dead. I sort of figured that, but that was a weird shot of the corridor where there was no one in it. Of course he doesn't die immediately. You gotta have that moment, the villain moment. Yeah. I don't know if they're supposed to be, like, blue or purple, but... They're very, like, violet purple if they're supposed to be blue.
Take it easy, Sebastian. You're safe now.
Lily.
Like, am
Where's
I?
Lily?
Once again, like, not even
I need
surprising.
your help getting her out. Stand over there.
Determination and getting his daughter back. The two main points of his personality.
Hurry!
And, like, that's all they do. That's all he's about. Even to the, like, in fact, often to the detriment of his own health. Okay, so she does look a little older. She doesn't look as young as she does in STEM. I don't think it's hard to tell because she's all like wet from the milk bath.
Dad, is it really you?
Yes, Lily. It's really me.
I was having the worst nightmare.
Shh. I know, Lily. But you're awake now. The nightmare's over. There's nothing to be scared of anymore. It really is, isn't it? I'm not still inside there, just thinking I'm...
It really is over. Thanks to Myra.
Sorry, there's not exactly much gameplay in this one,
Get the hell out of here.
but it has, you know, it has to be done. This is the end. You know, they've crafted this story. I'm happy to be reverent to some of it and just let it play and discuss some things as they come up, but what does this mean for a sequel, though? So, like, Mobius is dead, which kind of means Stem is dead. If they do a sequel, I assume they'll, like... Oh, wow, sure. Thought it was going to be a little bit more than that, like a happily ever after, but, I guess not. Yeah, like, I'm sure if they wanted to do an Evil Within 3, they would find some way to, you know, bring it back. But I sort of definitely feel like this one is the end of Sebastian's story. Right? Like, it started in the first one, he got pushed in, not of his own volition, and he just, like, survived inside STEM and just defeated everything. You know, he's just had that survival instinct and just kept fighting until he got out. Whereas this one, to sort of flip that on its head and go, like, if you want this, you have to go in willingly. Like, you are going in. This isn't we're putting you in. This is, you go in. You're doing this for you, not for anyone else. And I think that was an excellent sort of story choice to flip it like that. But it does mean that that's it for Sebastian, I think. Okay, I'm going to skip this just in case it's copyrighted. Okay, we do have another one. Excellent. Is that cute? Or is that just a bit creepy? I don't know if, as a child, I would want a doll reminder of my dead mother. I feel like that'd be pretty weird. Like, that's not at all normal, right? No one wants that. Okay, I don't know what the relevance of that was. Was that from the first game in her DLC? Maybe. I don't remember it. Is that like her reminding self that she's definitely not in STEM because she has a scar or something? But, yeah, I guess if they wanted to do another Evil Within, they could always put Kidman in, and it would sort of be nice to see some more of her story. You know, I'd be interested to see them flesh out the character of Kidman, because, let's be honest, she's really not that fleshed out. Oh, okay, and here's the to be continued, I suppose. This looks like years later. It's turning back on. I mean, you know, that's how computers work. They just turn themselves back on. Always. Especially when they've just had like a catastrophic failure that's ruined everything. You know, they're known to turn themselves back on. Not at all. New Game Plus. So that's very cool. So now we can go back and I believe we get all our weapons. Nice. 40,000 green gel. Nice. Okay. Drifter. Oh, the classic outfit. Cool. Ooh. Interesting. It's right, the cinematic letterboxing. I'm glad that was gone. I guess we'll chuck in a new slot. And that's it. That's it. That was The Evil Within. Yeah, if you've been watching this series, there's not much I need to say. I loved every second of it. You know, there's a reason I've played this every second day since I started playing it, because it is so much fun. If you played the first one, it's phenomenal to see how much they sort of refined the formula a bit. Yeah, I don't super agree with the open worldy bits. That could have been a bit more streamlined, but much like the first game, I think the second half of the game is a completely different experience from the first half. And I think the first half of this game was where they did a lot of the, oh, you're in an open worldy bit, you should explore it, there's a ton of stuff to find, even though most of it's really far apart and is just like a couple more bullets or some more scrap or XYZ. And in the second half, it was a lot more directed, and they really got rid of a lot of that open worldy stuff. You know, the open worlds were still there, but it was a lot more just like A to B. There wasn't much left in the areas for you to really find. So I think that was good. But like, again, even me complaining about the open worlds is not, it's not an actual problem. I don't think it was bad. I just don't, it's not something that I particularly enjoy to its fullest. I don't hate it, but I think 9 times out of 10, it's just executed poorly and lazily, and it's just an excuse to say that, like, oh, the game is really big, when it's big and empty. You know, Skyrim's the best example, right? Skyrim versus Fallout. And specifically, sorry, Skyrim versus Fallout. That's two different, like, a series and a game. I mean, Skyrim versus Fallout 4, right? Best comparison I can give, where Skyrim has a large open world with a ton of locations, but every single one of those locations is a thing. Or not every single one, but I'd say 90%. If you're walking around in Skyrim, you go into a cave, there's probably a quest in there, or a story, or something. Whereas you get into Fallout 4, and there's a lot of locations in that may be the location for some story stuff, but you start the story elsewhere. So you can come to this location, go in, wander around, there'll be some enemies in there's probably a boss enemy at the end, but there's nothing else there. Like, that's it. It's just a dungeon, basically. And then later on, you might go and start a quest, and then they're like, oh, go here, and this has got the thing you need, and it spawns it in there then. Like, it feels empty, so it means that once you've been to that location, you just sort of forget about it. Whereas Skyrim is a lot more... Basically, what I'm trying to say is that playing Skyrim, I always find myself going into every single cave I run into, just to see what's in there. Even if I played it before, and I don't quite remember what it is, I'll go in there to see it. Whereas Fallout 4, I have that feeling of just like, a lot of locations I go past, I sit there and go, do I want to go in here? Is there anything worth my time? And then I sort of sit there and go, probably not, and I just walk past. Maybe that's just me. I'd like to hear your opinions on that. And more importantly, like, Bethesda-related segue aside, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Evil Within 2. Tell me what you think about this game. If you played the first one, do you think it is, like, better than the second one? I think the story is definitely much better. The fact that they made it a much more personal story in the second one. It's not just, like, things happening to Sebastian. It's kind of like Sebastian is the like, center of the story. And it answers a lot of questions that the first one kind of left up in the air. But anyway, guys, that's a Let's Play. That is The Evil Within 2. If you are on the fence about buying this, I hope that this has pushed you over to the buying side and not to the nah, I'll pass side. But anyway, we are going to leave this series here. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you like this video and this series, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, more Let's Plays, check out The Aussie Nerd on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. Check out the other videos there. That's, you know, there's a few there. If you think you know any friends that might enjoy my content, might enjoy The Evil Within 2 or anything else, make sure you share a video or two with them. I really appreciate it. Any little thing you guys do is phenomenal. And finally, if you want to leave any hints, tips, tricks for any video, and this one, because I will probably go back and do New Game Plus in my spare time, so if you have any tips that I haven't picked up, or hints, or anything like that, you just want to say hi, you want to talk, like, discuss The Evil Within 2, I'm usually pretty active in the comments, I try to be. When I'm not busy with work and stuff. If you anything like that, make sure you leave comments in the comment section down below, because I'm happy to reply. You guys are everything in this channel. I'm just here to make videos. You guys are the community that watches it. You guys are the community that supports it. That's, you know, that's way more than I do, really. So I appreciate every single one of you guys that tune in. And I love hearing from you. But anyway, guys, that's all we've got time for today. That's the video. I don't know what series I'm going to play next. I'll go through my library and find out. But I will see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye.